Hey Daydreamers, it's Alex, and today I'm going to share with you 20 books that I want to read by the end of 2020. So I didn't specifically mean to pick 20 books, I just listed the ones I wanted to read and it actually just happened to come out at 20, so that was unintentionally well planned. And most of these are series or series continuations. So let's get started. So the first 3 books are part of the series, and that is the Dark Shade of Magic series by Victoria Schwab. I have not read these books and I really want to. A Dark Shade of Magic is also one of the 12 books my boyfriend picked for me to read this year. I'm behind on that challenge, so I really need to get a move on. So I really want to read A Dark Shade of Magic and then continue on with the series when I first read it. The next 3 books are also part of a series, and that is the Daevabad, I don't know how to pronounce it, the City of Brass trilogy, I guess. And I'm dying to read these. I've heard so many good things, and I've also started City of Brass, and I only read about 100 pages, but I loved it. But I had to put it down to move on to other things because it's chunky. And this is another one of the books that my boyfriend picked for me, and I'm just dying to read the series, and I'd like to once again marathon it and read them all in one go. The next 2 books are the last 2 books in a trilogy, and that is the Mistborn trilogy. I've already read book 1, loved it, and so I just really want to carry on with the series. Fortunately, each of these books has like a recap of the previous book in the back, so I'm really happy about that, and I don't need to go searching for a recap or even reread the first book. So I'm hoping I can get to these really soon. The next 8 books are all part of a series, and that is the Witcher series. The first book, The Last Wish, is once again one of the 12 books my boyfriend picked for me to read this year, and once again I would like to marathon the series. I'm actually planning on reading this series next, really soon hopefully, so hopefully I will actually have finished this one within the next few weeks. I'm really excited, but I'm also really nervous because I've heard it's not for everyone. I'm really keen to check it out for myself and see what all the hype is about. The next book is, once again, one of the 12 books my boyfriend picked for me to read this year. I might just stop saying that. Most of these books are on this list because they're one of the 12 books my boyfriend picked for me to read this year. And the next book is Ascension by Victor Dixon. This is the first book in a sci-fi trilogy. It's like speed dating in space, apparently. Sounds like it would be a bit of fun. I don't know if I'll carry on with the series. I'll see what I think of this book. I'm intrigued, and I believe it was also translated from French. The next book is another sci-fi book, and that is Emily Eternal by M.G. Wheaton. Yep. And I picked this arc up at Yauk 2019, I think, so I've had it for over a year, and I'm intrigued. I've heard kind of mixed things about it, but I'm interested, and it's under 300 pages, so I should get through it really quickly, and this arc copy is really pretty. The next book is Queen of Ruin by Tracy Banghart. This is the sequel to Grace and Fury, and I read that one last year, I think, and I loved it. And this is the Fairy Loot hardback edition because I got the Fairy Loot edition of the first book, and I just think it's so pretty, and I love this shade of blue, and I'm really excited to read this book and see how the story wraps up because I really enjoyed the first book. And the last book on this list is Wayward Sun by Rainbow Rowell. This is the really gorgeous Waterstones edition where the sprayed edges match the naked hardback, and I'm obsessed. I must say I'm not actually that bothered by this anymore. Like when I first read Carry On I loved it, and now I'm kind of just like meh. So I found this on an audiobook and I might just give it a listen, and we'll see. I don't really have high expectations for it. So those are the 20 books I want to read by the end of the year. There are quite a few big books on that list, so I'm a little bit worried, but fingers crossed I'll manage it. I just have to not read anything else but those books for the rest of the year. Keep an eye out for Beth's video on Wednesday. Don't forget to like, leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next Monday. Bye!